Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're Russia. We used to be Tver. We used to be going for Relentless Push East, but we have completed that and colonized the whole Eastern Siberian coast by 1600. Well, we did it slightly earlier, I guess. We did decide to continue this campaign a tiny bit while we're here and complete Kinslayer as well, which requires us to be the only standing Rukovich in the world. Mostly Muscovy in our way. Unfortunately, we may have to completely annihilate the Muscovite before we get rid of the Rukovich rule there. We'll see, we'll see. Odiev is also Rukovich, but they're my subject, well, we have a union, personal union, and therefore we just need to integrate them in like 60 something or something. And Ryzen is no longer. So that should be all the Rukoviches in the world. Now, technically, there might be something happening with Muscovy and inheritance and people on the throne and stuff, but I'm just going to assume that we're not going to get and in fact we cannot get a Rukovich at the throne in Crimea, because you cannot marry between Sunni and Orthodox people. So as long as the Muscovites don't marry somebody and give that away, it should be fine. Fine. It has been pointed out to me in the comments by Rod something or other, I think. Sorry if I forgot your name. That we did not ever get any revolts in these Siberian frontier provinces. And that might be true. In fact, there's a 0% chance of native uprising here. So we did not need place all these people all this time to guard my colonies here. Now, clearly we didn't need those troops, so it's fine, but we might as well grab these, combine them, and have them sit somewhere, since we can't be rebelled against. So that's fine, I guess. Let's just keep on collapsing. I have some troops on the Pacific coast there for rebellions and stuff. Most of my troops are over here because we plan to fight the Muscovite again and again and again. And I think you get the drift, right? We do have a bunch of unrest in Yelets down there. Otherwise, we're quite fine. I don't know if we need you to be doing any suppression at all. Still have a full -5 here, even though these are not suppressing anymore. And I don't believe we care about anywhere else. It seems that this place itself has some unrest. And it does. I'm gonna move over to Muscovy and then start drilling, I think. That way we get to drill while still getting the suppression in one province. I think same is going to be true here. If we go to not actually suppressing, we're going to have some unrest in Ingermanland, which is the only province we took over here, I believe. So we should be able to start our drilling there as well. What about you? You're actually somewhat relevant, so I'm going to keep you on suppression. We could also consider not paying for our forts, but I think... Oh, nice, a comet. Finally. We're making so much money that I think I'd rather have the extra army tradition from having the forts up than to not pay for the forts. But we should be spending our money on, like, money, for example. It's good to spend money to make money. These are pretty bad. The manufacturing of Vladimir is kind of fine. Oh, this is not sorted by anything, is it? Perm is excellent. Urev is fine. Let's do that. Might consider upgrading more centers of trade as well as maybe doing some trade company investment at some point too. Tech. That is admin tech, which is, I guess, nice. We should end up being ahead of time, which gives us a bonus. And we don't need the rest right now, but yeah, I'm fine doing this. We did complete our idea group, right? Must have, yeah. Tech 40, we get the next one. I have no clue what that's going to be, but if you have any idea, then please feel free to let me know early so I can actually react to it before I need to decide. I think we can build a few more boats since we have the sailors to support them. Not a lot of sailors to support them. Thought I had more. I wonder what changed. Guess I'll build... Oh, I can't even because I don't have the sailors. Fine. Whatever. Should be getting more sailors eventually. Now we have scouted a lot of the American coast. Freaking Castilians everywhere. I don't see any other colonizers. But the Castilians are here. Not that we need any of that. But that doesn't mean that I don't want it, right? Let's explore the, South China Sea? Maybe? And I'm gonna keep pumping out those monopolies. It'll be fine. More mercantilism is good. And we should still not run into any issues with the thing and the stuff in the place. Absolutism. I don't think. So you get over here and start drilling, and then this guy here, Anatoly Beketov, get over here and drill these people. And that should lead to zero unrest in Mosaic and Ingram Inland, and it does. Good. So if you have only a single province, you can actually drill and suppress at the same time. If you want to use the area suppression, then you cannot. Of course. Do I want to make myself a level 3 set of trade somewhere? It could be in our very own St. Petersburg. Which would give us... what? Local trade power, student spread. More sailors, yeah. Development cost reduction and an extra building. Also globally naval tradition decay reduction. Why this gives us manpower. I don't know that that's the most sound investment right now. Maybe we're better off pumping up these smaller sets of trade for now. Especially in places where, well, no, main area. Kazan, we seem to be getting most of the money out of Kazan, so I don't seem super... It doesn't seem super necessary to be upgrading those cities of trade there. In Siberia, we're pretty powerful indeed. We did consider building the thing in Mangazia, but it just doesn't feel like that's worth the money. I'm gonna do it anyway because it's a super powerful marketplace. As in, it gives us a lot of trade power, but I don't actually think it does much for us. Everybody but the Boyars is happy. We can't get the Boyars happy with the diets, so we'll need to wait for this to tick up a little bit more before we grab Crownland again. Looking pretty good on that though. Pretty dang good on that Crownland. And we might actually be in a position, which I rarely am, to make use of steering trade from California. So I believe you steer California into, is it Jirin? This goes to Jirin, yeah. Or Polynesia, or Mexico. It doesn't matter. But the Jirin node is one where we have some power, and we could probably power this up. Especially if we got boats over here. Question is, do we want to dig into like Yeren, for example? If we took Yeren and Solon, then I wouldn't get any sense of trade, but we would get deeper into the Jiren node. Obviously, I would love to have Verdun, which still wouldn't give us a border to the Ming. I'm a bit afraid of getting a border to the Ming, but as long as we don't have that, maybe we do grab these Jurchen tribes. Just for the trade power in Jiren, so we can take the money that we get out of the Americas and push it over to Siberia. I do believe Jiren has another exit, right? Yeah, you can see all the money is going to Beijing right now. Or, well, most of it is going to Japan, actually. So yeah, maybe this is something we would be considering. Let's go ahead and build a little spy network on these journeys. Build a little spy network. Build a little spy network. There we go. I'm not saying that that's necessary, but it might be nice. Crushed some of those natives somewhere, that's gonna be alright. Muscovy separatists in Yaroslavl. Wouldn't mind those being at 0. It does probably increase our unrest in Yelets a bit, but it's feeling as if we have to deal with the Yelets anyway. Guess I could project with these instead. Let's move them to Yaroslavl. Get the full local production. That's a lot of Muscovy there. Not Muscovy. Ottomans. What are the Ottomans doing here? It's probably a Ottoman war in Ghazi, so it's probably not a problem. No. Wait. Oh, did Gazimuk bring in the Ottos? Is that what happened here? Yeah. Okay, so Gazimuk attacked Crimea, brought in the Ottos, and that's why we have Ottomans at the door. It's probably okay. Forced migration against Haida. Now, forced migration I don't super care about. But I do believe we have the ability to fabricate claims in overseas provinces, right? Also, I mean, we have neighboring things. Should be fabricating on the Chinook and also the Salish here. And eventually get an army over there. Which kind of means that these boats probably want to get over here. Maybe meet up with these guys. We lost our conquistador. That's unfortunate, but not something we cannot fix. Oh yeah. These three are not you. There you are. New conquistador. And go out and find those 7 cities for me. I need them, their gold. Agenda of the Diet. Oh, second time we had this happen. This time it's probably gonna hit my cooldown, but we'll see whether it does. We'll see. Improve base tax in Ingerman land for loyalty and prestige on the clergy. It's pretty lame. 15 loyalty on the boyars would be very nice. But East Heilongyanggord, which certainly is how you pronounce that, Heilong. Well, I'm not absolutely opposed to this at all. Not at all. I'm not absolutely opposed to it at all. Yeah, I'm in burgers, boyars. The Cossacks want Ishim, but I like the boyars here. Because I also want the boyar loyalty. And I want this land. Now, if we fight Yaren so long, how many troops are we talking about? Yaren has nothing. So long has nothing. Who's your friend again? Korchin or something? Yeah, who probably has just about nothing. Oh, and I have 2 armies here. I did say you need to go to the New World, but could you for now come over and deal with these people? That would be nice. That gives us a decent amount of claims. Not a huge one, but a decent one. So we should be getting out of that war without losing tons of Diplo power, while still grabbing all the land we want. We need admin to core it and all that, unless we just trade. We still need to core it once. We don't need to state it, because we're probably gonna trade company it. But I don't like this. Or maybe it's fine. It's just that we have claims very far down. It's fine. Some of those Russian claims on Crimea, of course. Things never change. More gold. More gold. Get to work, people. I need you beating up the Yerenes. Because I want those points on the boyars so I can take their land. Cornulets. Which is not a place that will be trade company. So we'll state it and core it. And I consider to convert it and then consider not to. What do these do again? Improve relations, A impact. I don't think we need A impact still. Maybe I should just pop Illusa here. Not that these rebels are particularly problematic, but 3 unrest is fine. I wanted to pop something there because we are so swimming in the points authority that we'd be in danger of capping. I don't like capping. Always air finds. I like my air, right? I do like my air. So I'll take the 50-50 rather than the 75. Fudge. Got a new air. Still has 10 points. Not as great. But the succession is safe, which is what we cared about. Obviously spending money on that is unfortunate. Inflation is essentially gone, so we don't need to hire another inflation person. We could just hire Sylvester here. Oh, he's super cheap too. What's going on with the cheapness? Is that half price? It feels like quarter price. Must be half price, but I'm certainly going to hire Sylvester here. I'm considering promoting him even. So much money and he's so cheap. Yeah. Let's get that extra admin in. We're going to need it. Or at least have good use for it. Use guys. See, check. Does Yaren have a navy? It does. I'm gonna not send these guys out to explore the land around here because I'm gonna declare war on Yaren in a minute. And it seems like a mistake to have my boats out then. Let's call my diplomat from Yaren home. Should have done that a little earlier. We're not gonna get enough to fabricate a claim anyway. And this way at least we can have a diplomat to declare war. Self-sustaining. Well done. You're not part of that trade company. Let's carefully add provinces to trade company. It would be great if our trade company could hit the 50% mark, because then we get that extra trader. Obviously more traders better. Alright, let's get all my guys except for the conquistador over here. Declare a little war. And we're gonna take, I don't know, Highland Bow. That place. Allied with Caution, ruler of Solon, that's alright. And it seems extremely unlikely that this will annoy the Ming enough, or give them a chance to do anything to us. Where's your capital though? Darren? No. Wait, do you have a capital? Oh, down there, Fudali. Let's just have a person get in there. Let's have 9 people. Go in there. Do I own 2 cannons? I've started only 1 cannon, but I feel like I also have a cannon in this, well, at home. In the west. No, we're fighting how many people? 4,000 Urani. Which I assume, well, they're not in Fudali, are they? Triangle trade. Slaves. That's a Cochinese person. Do you have a siege pip? No. To be a bit mindful that 4-stack can come out of the woodworks pretty much anywhere. Not that a 4-stack's particularly scary or anything, but it's obviously not a battle that a 1-stack wants to take. Civil War in Bohemia. There they are. I think I do collapse here. You're going to Miugasen, honestly? Where to do this? 21st of May, 7th of June. We're not gonna catch them. You're leaving on the 1st of June. I think it might be worth timing this so that we arrive on like the 30th of May. January, February, March, April, May. The 1st of May seems fine. Here we go. I will not have a general for the first immediate bout of combat, but these guys are going to arrive a few days later. And together with the fact that they don't have a great general and that these are well, the fact that they're mountains doesn't exactly help me, but should be fine. And here we see fine. Crunched. Now you guys go back to sieging down Fidali. Can you catch these guys? No. So they're probably fleeing to Allied territory. I mean, they must be, right? Let's see how else that would work for them. You go there. And I'm expecting this to be a very short war. I know, famous last words and all that, but let's get you walking towards Butaha. You take Darren. We won't be able to take the island for multiple reasons. For one, we don't know it. And for another, we don't have the naval superiority, so we can't cross the strait ever. But that should not be relevant at all to the war score. So I don't think it's much of an issue. Crunch somebody there. Graceful natives in Chinook, but I assume we have troops here. We do. Good. You are doing your thing. Seems alright. Are you to put down the boot? Which should stop you from needing to put down the boot anywhere but here. Good enough unrest suppression that things should be fine. Now my other stakes are not drilling, so technically I could probably go... Oh, that's also Yeren. Would I want to take Warlanthy and Iran? Neither of them is a center of trade, I don't think. That's a 3 development garbage province. That's a 9 development garbage province. I don't super need it, but if it ends up being part of the war, I'm going to assume that the Ming they don't care. So that should be okay. And we're not bordering the Ming then, so they should not be able to do any territory shenanigans to us. Which would not be something I would be looking forward to all that much. Being tributized by the Ming, that is. Now, get me those sieges, please, so we can leave this war. I can use the Russian ability. Which one is it? It's Reform the Sudebnik. It's not going to be particularly useful for this part, so I don't think we need to wait, because I plan to make all these trade company provinces anyway. So I might as well click the button for those 10 provinces. Whoop. These Russian buttons are quite powerful. I mean, they gave us troops and autonomy reduction out the wazoo. And then, I guess also some rebel suppression, which we didn't really need. I will grab that admin power, gladly. Back down to 0 on our corruption. Without paying for it. So in theory we could do the thing again. Debase. We don't need that. I did it once before because money was tight. Money is not tight anymore. And he's not tied. Corchin wants peace. Do we want anything from Corchin? And the only thing we could do to you would be vassalization. Which I don't think is of any relevance. So I'm just going to talk to you. And say, hey Corchin, how about war reps and the transfers of the trade power and the ducats? Any prestige to be gained? Not really. I can do this, but it's not. Give up all your claims in Jiangsu. Or don't. I don't care one way or the other. This is fine. We get 5 prestige out of it and teensy tiny bit of money. And they all leave for themselves. Yes. Good. Get you out. Get you home. And that should give us a 100% war score, at least close to 100% as soon as we siege down Fudar. We don't, because we still need to siege down Halochal, which should be following in swift manner here. Oh, this is assuming that they're not hiding a fort in there, but that doesn't seem like they're doing that. I don't like that. I like that. So, actually this is fine. My burghers are loyal enough. I can make them lose 20 loyalty and I can actually drop some of their influence. That has been scaring me a tiny bit. So that seems alright. We're close to overcapping on Miller Dip again. Even though we're super ahead of time and we're focusing on admin. Super ahead of time, it's true, right? It is very true. So, what does it mean? What does it mean? We want to invest dip and mill. What's a good dip place to invest in? Yuriev. But the only way to invest in Yuriev would be to also invest mill. Well, that could be okay. Perm with a currently excellent trade good. I feel like we go to Perm, even if it's a bit more expensive. But seems like a decent place to have. And we're building a manufactory here, which actually doesn't care at all about development. I think. Might be wrong. But I think that just gives a flat +1 production, right? So, which shouldn't care about development. Anyway, what I wanted to do was to do cart development. And put some clicks of dip in there. And probably not put those clicks of mill in there, because why would I, right? Mill goes to someplace cheap, like Glazov, which also has the edict going, alright. Like that, for now. And yes, you can argue that I should be investing more. Just to save time, or clicks next time, but... we lose a general. Did I click through a window where we... no, there he is. There he is. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting the siege person over there, but yeah, we don't need it. So, here's peace. I essentially want everything that's in the trade node, which is everything. So how about you give me all this. And this. Who cares about this? Eulogy. Well... I feel like we're not taking Volani here. Right? It's gonna be hard to police, and it's not gonna do much for me. I could take whatever that place is. No. Oops, no. That place. I mean, I guess I do. Completion's sake. Completion's sake? You know, something. Coalition should still be fine, and it is. So take the ducats. And I leave. And that should complete my mission, I hope, unless I missed something. Give me admin points and burger loyalty. Not burger, the other burgers. Boyers. Forgive my confusion there. Burgers, boyers, same difference. There we go. 15 loyalty and that admin power. Now, did I get my button back? I did not. Oh. No, I technically did, but apparently I have a rebel army. Which I inherited. Yaren Pretenders. I don't think I need to beat up the Yaren Pretenders. But I never know. Yeah, they're gonna leave. I think they're gonna go to Yaren now. If not, I have people here to deal with them. Yeah, they're leaving. Alright. But now we kind of have some unrest around here, obviously. So we just took a bunch of land. So maybe I'm not going to send all this army to the New World. Because some of them might be needed to suppress here. Let's grab some. Including the cannon? Including the cannon. Because we do plan on beating up those native something fears. I know how powerful they are. Let's send this. This many. Send them all to Chinook. We have a boat to do it. Well, 2 boats. A giant armada. And speaking of boats, you guys can go back to Discovery. Explore South China Sea coast. And then we're gonna put a cut in here, because it is that kind of time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, then, I mean, I guess I don't have to keep telling you. But I also feel like I do kind of have to keep telling you. Hit that like button. Go to that subscribe button if you haven't done it yet, and subscribe to my beautiful, beautiful channel. And of course, go to the comment section and talk to me. I believe I'm pretty much caught up finally on responding to your comments. I might have... I know there are a few which I just put a like on rather than responding, because I felt like I'd already responded in video. If I've not liked your comment and not responded to it, then I must have missed it. I hope that did not happen. I'm not going to drop the prestige. Fine. Let's put that cut here. Thank you for watching, and see you folks next time.